What's up, guys? This is Acid Roots. I've got a Body Count album, which is their newest project, Bloodlust. Now, originally, I wanted to review this back in March or April when it came out, but my first take, I did listen to it pretty much, and I just wasn't appreciative of the groove slash thrash metal style that they had. Now, obviously, I've been introduced to it before. I mean, things like Slayer and Sepultura did this sort of style, and this band takes to it, and they even said that they're influenced by bands like Black Sabbath, Slayer, and a couple other ones. So I was, now I have a lot more appreciation. Ice-T is, this makes him a lot slicker than probably some standard rap fans might know, just because it's an extra uh, shade to his personality, and really it's just the fact that he takes to it as well as he does. That's pretty awesome. And the thing is this isn't new for those who are unaware of this. He's been doing it since 1992, and their biggest song was the song Cop Killer. Now, this came out in 92, had some controversy. It's the same sort of stuff that Tupac and Ice Cube used to be so known for. Ice-T was pretty known for it also. If you look at his rap solo albums, I think he even had a couple, issues with his original early 90s, late 80s projects. But thing was this music actually turned out rather well. Now, Body Count, apparently, I looked up some information. They said that their albums were not as critically received after 1992, and seeing as that was 25 years ago, it's kind of like, well, forget that. Obviously, my new taste for metal, combined with the fact that Ice-T is an accomplished rapper, pretty much spurred the idea. Since the websites that I've been visiting, I had seen several Body Count songs, and I said, it's very likely that I'm going to review this album. And I was thinking that back in January, back in February, back in December, and I finally said, there's no way I'm not reviewing this, as I listened to it just a couple hours ago. So the singles on the project are, they actually released three of them, or at least there were three videos that were released, but the supposed first single was No Lives Matter. Now, this is actually not the roughest song on here. The guitar work by Ernie C is really put together quite well, and the the way that works is, it, as with most metal songs, it just depends upon what you're looking for the most. But seeing as this is the first single, it's not the roughest song on here, so it does do the trick. But there's heavier songs. So this one's just talking about how Black Lives Matter. There's some smart ass people out there who are gonna say all lives matter, and Ice-T says at the beginning of the song, you're diluting the issue. And I think that that's pretty much the truth. I mean, just trying to include everyone, it's ill conceived. And, obviously the fact that they dedicated a song to this is an extra bonus. It does hit well. I do feel like this is a lot better than some of the songs on the market right now, and it should be easy enough to like. Now, the two songs I like better, Black Hoodie actually upstages this, and so does Here I Go Again. Here I Go Again is not a vicious song either, but it kind of feels like something you I mean, their influence is taken more from 80s bands more than 90s and 2000s bands. So, yeah, we're looking to Slayer, Black Sabbath, and a couple other ones. I forget. There's like one that started with P. I don't remember. But, yeah, some of these folks that were here in 1983, AC/DC, some of these folks. So, Metallica, obviously. But so that, all three of the singles are good. You're gonna like these. I think, honestly, I've reviewed a lot of new metal, alternative metal, and that sort of stuff, but groove and thrash metal is just in your face more. It takes less of an attention span to get used to this sort of music, and it works. Obviously this is fine with me. It just means that, when introducing it to other people, I don't have to pick the, obviously the best songs up front. But obviously, if you know this, it's kind of like, well, where's the subject matter kind of intervene with that? Is it all style, no substance? The answer is no, it's not. I mean, it handles metal rather well, seeing as they've been doing it for a quarter century. I would suppose that they probably would. But um, so a couple extra ones on here that I did enjoy. Raining in Blood, the cover song of the Slayer song, that one was pretty, rock on. Definitely, we need more songs like this. Makes me want to review their album that they got that from. All Love Is Lost with Max Cavalera from Sepultura, and I forget the other band he's with, but he joined a new band. But this was a nice touch on here. The Ski Mask Way is another. I felt like they probably could have done a video for that song, and I wound up liking 7 out of 10 songs. So one is just, God Please Believe Me is just a minute and a half, so that's not really a song. But yeah, I'm gonna give this an 8.5. I mean, basically maybe even a 9. I think I'll give this a 9 out of 10. And really the 7 songs that you need to hear are Ski Mask Way, All Love Is Lost, Raining in Blood, Here I Go Again, No Lives Matter, Bloodlust, and Black Hoodie. All of these work. And so, like I said, it doesn't take much to get introduced to them. Maybe the guitar, I mean, the riffs are good, but I still feel like it has a particular style. I mean, if you're just a fan of new metal or you're just a fan of alternative metal, the transition to that may be a little shaky. But other than that, there's not many reasons why you wouldn't like this. So, yeah, it gets a 9 out of 10. I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10 social score, and that means how well it plays around your friends. Just because there was plenty of promotion with this album, but it they've never had a charting song in America. So that's kind of the thing, is just 25 years later for them to all of a sudden start charting. I was kind of hoping that would happen, but it looks as if this is kind of a hardcore group. So, but they could use the recognition, so fuck with them. Obviously, it's the same thing with Ice-T. I mean, his career is kind of on his career is kind of low key also. But between those two things, hopefully we'll get another album. They did drop an album in 2014. I don't know if it's as good, but that's just more of them. So, but really they've only dropped like 5 or 6 albums in 25 years, so we need to get more from this group. So, all right, subscribe for more fun.